going over the setup for an on-site chlorine generation system in the XPC menu. D1 is our set point for our tablet feeder, which feeds from this 120 volt signal. Okay. D2 is this data cable that runs over to the ORP inlet side on the Pool Pilot Professional. So our D1 set point needs to be approximately 40 millivolts lower than the D2 set point. The D2 controls the autopilot, so the system will start generating chlorine at 700 millivolts, but if it drops below 700 millivolts, the tablet feeder will kick in and start feeding. That's especially important for the summertime. So now we're looking at the feed limit timer. That's what this FL is. We need to turn that feed limit timer to 0. It comes from Aquasol, programmed to 240 minutes. However, the on-site chlorine generation system is set up to run 24 hours. So if you leave the feed limit timer, it will constantly go into feed limit. To access this menu, we are in the passcode 2 menu. We're going to save these settings. Okay. Now over on the Autopilot Professional, where you see these white and black connected, it says ORP in. That's the dry contact where the XPC is sending communication. And that just feeds in from the bottom through this little connection port here. Again, that's what this data cable is. So that's just a simple 2-wire connection. It can be done with thermostat wire. In this case, we're using a jacketed 2-wire 12-gauge stranded connection. So that's how we get the XPC to control the autopilot. The autopilot ORP, I'm sorry, the set point needs to be set to 0%. The percentage scale goes from 0 to 100. 100% means 100% output for 24 hours a day. At 50%, it'll be 100% output for 12 hours a day. Okay, when it's set to 0, it defaults to receiving signal from the XPC when it is time to feed.